My name is Femi Adeyemi, and I am the founder of NTS Radio, London. I started NTS to sort of provide sort of an alternative to sort of what was available on sort of general mainstream commercial radio. I felt like there wasn't any station out there that sort of covered the wide genres that I and loads and loads of people, wide genres of music that I and loads of people would like to listen to. So I thought that's what maybe there's a little bit of a gap in the market for something like that, and so I'd just do it. I mean, some of the struggles that we've had have been sort of some different aspects, from sort of technical issues to sort of having when we're an internet radio station, for instance, and sometimes we have issues with the internet dropping out, sound issues where the sound sounds where the sound has where the sound comes out distorted on the broadcast, or having the sort of making sure the schedules fill all the time, so there isn't any sort of gaps in the schedule, and making sure some of the DJs turn up. So it's all just, there's been all sorts of trials, and there's a lot of errors and things we've learned from along the way. But there's definitely been a lot of they've all been a learning process, basically, all the troubles that we've had. We've launched our second channel. We did that really quietly at the start of the year. That's going to be sort of dedicated to a lot more talk-based programming, a lot more international broadcasts that we're sort of working on with partners from different parts of the world. So embedding ourselves more with sort of the music and visual arts, so doing a lot more projects with that, with artists and musicians and stuff like that. Carrying on our relationship with the ICA, just general growth and expansion, trying to sort of see, big having, fingers crossed, all goes to plan, a month of summer in New York, doing some broadcasts from there, so setting up a second studio over there. So there's a lot of plans, exciting things coming up ahead, and working on some, we're really sort of going into sort of the side of documentary radio now. We're working into that, putting a lot of energy into that, and that's going to be a big part of our future, I feel. Yeah, I definitely find music therapeutic. I have, we were having a conversation about whether I DJ. I mean, I only buy records now to find that help me relax. I don't really buy records to play out anymore. I come home, I just want to listen to something that sort of relaxes me, and it could be anything from a jazz record to mainly or some sort of ambient sound thing, so really flowy stuff. Nothing too hard. I listen to a lot of music during the day, so and a lot of stuff I listen to during the day can be quite. I mean, because I listen to NTS during the day, because I'm in the office all day. A lot of the stuff is a real mix of stuff. But then I come home and I have my sort of like special section of stuff that just helps me sort of relax. That definitely find music very, very therapeutic. It's probably one of the most therapeutic things you can have out there. I think I'm inspired mainly by the people who give it the love, the people who sort of put a lot of energy into it, which is basically the listener, and everyone that sort of works within it as well. They see the scope for something pretty special. This is not just a London thing. This or UK thing. It's potentially a global thing. There's millions of people like us out there who like to have an alternative to wherever there is, to what is on the mainstream. I like to have a bit of both, and we just want to provide that, and we just want to push for that, and that's our whole, So I think inspired. I don't know. I think the city, London, is itself is inspiring. It's there's so much to draw from. I don't think there's any place where there's such a mix then there's such a diversity, cultures where you can pull from and you can sort of learn from, and you know, there's so much going on in the city, you know, and we just try and reflect that to the world, you know, and that's that, you know, that's it really. But I think what keeps me sane more than anything else is being able to wake up and go into a job that I love doing. I think the fact that I sort of I'm happy doing what I'm doing is sort of the most important thing to me. You know, you're sort of, I mean, you shouldn't be, but I mean, you're also born into this planet to work. You know, so if that's the case, you might as well just do what you love doing. There's no point in doing anything. For me, that's the most important thing. I wish I did more exercise. I think anytime I do exercise, I feel great, especially yoga. But yoga's so expensive. I can't really go to it. But definitely the work, being able to sort of, you know, being able to go home, feel satisfied in the day's work, and look forward to the next day, and look forward to ideas and plans that we have. Look forward to working, you know, working with a great bunch of people. You know, looking forward to hanging out with them in the office. You know, chatting. Definitely, you know, my work is sort of 70 to 80% of my day, and so if that 70 to 80, if I do enjoy that 70, enjoy doing what I do in that 70 to 80% of my day, I'm sort of fine. Yes, you know. I support the Don't Just Stare project.